For anyone that just really wants the basic background, can you help us out there?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, and I think, right, people are confused. There's people who, and there's agents and the public in general who don't understand the lawsuit, don't understand the result, how it's going to impact them. And agents, a lot of them ones I've talked to, some people say nothing's going to change. Everyone's scared the sky is falling. I think the truth lies somewhere in the middle. I think we're all going to be fine. Everything is going to be okay. Yes, there's going to be some changes. The history, kind of a little background, mostly for the public or anybody listening, real estate agents in general, it was always assumed, commissions were set 6%, 7%, whatever they were. Everybody kind of in the public understands that. Was that the truth? No, they were always fluid. They were always negotiable. They were always flexible. That's how commissions worked. The DOJ and a lot of big law firms have been going after real estate agents in the respect of like on the antitrust side. They believe that they were monopolizing a system, which was the MLS, which we know as the multiple list service. And every state has a different MLS. So, and those MLSs all feed to the third-party sites that you find your property on. Zillow, Yahoo, Realtor.com, all of those websites all get their information from what we call the multiple listing service. Those services, those software programs, are owned by the Realtor organization. So they're private. You have to be a member, you have to opt in, you have to be a real estate agent. So what was happening was they believed that we were price fixing, basically the commissions. The commissions were always 6%, and we weren't disclosing how people were getting paid, how the buyer agents were getting paid. So this has been going on for 20 years, back and forth, back and forth. It's been shot down multiple times. NAR, the National Association of Realtors, has the largest lobbyist group in Washington, D.C. So they were able to keep this out of court, kind of limit the risk and the liability to us as realtors for a long time. So fast forward to last year, started in 2022, and really started rolling in 2023 when things were getting pushed down the line and it looked like we were going to be losing this lawsuit. The NAR group was going to definitely be losing this lawsuit. So Sitzer and Burnett, which is the law firm that brought this forward, it looked like it was going to be a $5-6 billion lawsuit. It was still hefty. 1.8 billion, I think, was the total. NAR's part, the National Association of Realtors part, was like 420 million. And then you had all the franchises that had to all settle the agreement separately. So that's where you get your 1.8 billion in total damages. To speak frankly, I think that the ones who really made out in this were probably the lawyers and the law firms. Those are the ones I think that really made out. At the end of the day, these class action lawsuits, you're going to get something in the mail that says, hey, you may be owed some money back because you bought or sold a house in the last year or two. Yeah, that's going to be an average of about $22. So, but the changes, that's really what it boils down to. So they believe that there was an antitrust violation. Do I think so? No. But there's been years and years and years where everyone agreed that 6% was a standard commission. It was not negotiable. One interesting fact is the state of Maine, it was one of only 18 states in the country that actually, in writing, their agreements told the seller what exactly was going on with the commission, how it was being split. So if I took a listing with my client, it was 6%. It was understood by the seller that we were paying 3%, 2 to 3%, a range to the buyer's agent for representing the buyer in the transaction. That was clear. We were also one of the only states that had disclosed dual agency agreements and buyer agents, agency agreements. So there was a written agreement with the buyers. So Maine was kind of doing, because we were only one of 18 states, then we were kind of getting punished for the rest of the states that weren't disclosing how the commissions were being split. And now we find ourselves in this hole.